It's special, but just like Corbin said, I didn't really want to get too emotional because, I got to do a job for our team, for the university, our president, trustees, athletic director, all of the people that hired me. But at the same time, I'm still human. There are 40 family and friends out there waiting for me because my wife is also from New Orleans, but I took care of her family first, of course. But it is special, and just knowing that I went to college here in Baton Rouge and all of the great memories I have of being in this town. I played in this building, so it's special. But I wanted it not just for my family and friends. I wanted it for our team because we needed to bounce back. We were right there in our last game, and we had the longest film session of the year. And they responded, especially in the closing moments of this game today.
Coach, right before the final 5 minutes, right at the stretch of the second half, you've got Dejan with 4 fouls, Braxton with 4 fouls, Jimmy with 4 fouls. You're sort of going with what you've got left as a lineup, and how did you feel like that group performed?
Well, I think part of coaching is trying to sense momentum, even if you're down. And I think that's coaching. It's not just X's and O's. So I wanted to just keep those guys in there. We told them to play smart, but also we mixed up our defense a little bit to try to hide them on defense. And that seemed to have worked out for us. But, we changed up our whole routine today, Cecil. The last 2:30 game we had an 11 o'clock shoot around. You know what time we got here this morning? Think about 7:20.
Other questions for Coach?
Yeah, early on in the first half, you guys were only 3 for 14 from deep. Was there at any point that you thought of kind of sticking away from three-point game?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we talked about shot selection at halftime. I like when our guys take wide open threes with confidence, but 5 of the threes we took in the first half is not our team. We're an inside-out team, and then we like to get open threes. But I thought we were settling. When we looked at their defense, we thought, based on what we've seen on film, that their opponents were scoring a lot in the interior. So I thought we were not aggressive. We were very lethargic at points in the first half. But we talked about it at halftime. We watched a lot of video at halftime also. Probably the longest we've watched video this year. Because, again, I got young guys. I got 2 freshmen, basically freshman point guards that start for us. All right? Dejan Ingram, this was his 4th SEC game. And the other guy that's named after me, he was basically a cheerleader at another SEC school 2 years ago. So, again, we got some growing pains with our young guy. But fortunately, Corbin came in, and Riley did a great job for us, especially on the offensive end of the floor. And Dejan, who had 7 turnovers in the last game, he didn't have any tonight. So I'm happy for our guys.
2 last questions, Cecil here.
I got one more after that, okay? Go ahead, Cecil.
Can you tell what triggers Dante in those stretches where he decides he's just going to dunk it?
Yeah, I didn't command him or demand anything, but I asked him politely, would you please wake up? Okay? And he woke up, and I was happy to see it because he teases us sometimes. And his activity and blocking shots and dunking inside and making strong moves, we know what he's capable of. And we think he and Jimmy are a pretty strong combination at center. So, he wasn't settling for a fadeaway jump shot. He was really trying to make some power moves inside. And fortunately, he came up big for us.
2 last questions.
David, just as a motivator, Corbin, I think he was 1 for 10 from 3 during the last 3 games, and you had to know or had to be curious as to how he'd respond being back in this environment. Was there anything that you said to him about?
No. Yeah, so I got that question before the game. Didn't tell him anything because I didn't want to add any additional pressure. But I will say this about Corbin: he's been banged up a lot this year, and even took a hard fall in the last game and was dizzy in the game and really couldn't get back in the game when we needed him to. But this is what I would say about him. The last 2 practices we had leading into this game were his best practices of the year. So now, that's what we saw tonight is why we recruited him. We knew we needed 3-point shooting. We knew we needed leadership and ball handling to pair up with Dejon. And, I'm looking at the stat sheet at halftime, and I'm thinking, man, we got to go with Corbin. We need it. This is a situation where we need his energy and his defense, and Mays were getting away from us a little bit in the first half, so he did a good job on Mays in the second half. So, but I did not talk to him. This is all Corbin. Coach I only need to blame when we lose, and when we win, hey, it's the players. They did a great job in my staff.